Welcome back to Yogaxpress, your virtual stretch clinic that moves the body to still the mind. As you can see today, we have three wonderful participants, one of whom you're very familiar with. To my immediate left, Josiane Hurd. Josiane has been with us in many, many episodes before. She is totally addicted to yoga, and she's also been trying a few variations of the sun salutation. So this episode is dedicated to you, Josiane.
Thank you.
Remind our viewers one more time about all the crazy things that you do.
Oh, belly dancing, sailing, martial art, boxing, taekwondo. I think that's basically it in a rough line.
That's it, right? You have enough time for everything. No, that's wonderful. And you do enjoy yoga.
Oh, that's my link.
That's your common denominator, your link for everything. That probably gives you all the energy to do all those other crazy things anyway, right?
Stress, I mean, it's the more powerful and violent thing with the peace and the quiet and the soothing of yoga.
The soothing nature of yoga. Wonderful. So I'm glad yoga can actually calm the mind. So that's what this program, this episode, and this whole program is all about. Moving the body to still the mind. It helps calm the mind so we channel our energy, we stay focused in what we do, and we try to make the most of what we have. We come to terms with what we don't. Viewers at home, just keep that in mind. You just make the best of what you have at any given time. That said, I would like you to meet another wonderful participant to my immediate right, Talisa Michela. Talisa, tell our viewers one more time. You've been with us in quite a few episodes by now, at least 6 episodes at the very least, right?
That is true.
Tell us a little more about yourself. Is there anything else about yourself that you'd like to share with us?
Yes, I'm just an up-and-coming actor. People can find me on Facebook. And
Right.
They can find me on Twitter also. And explore talent to add that one. I've been with you guys, and I had a great time in stretching with you guys. The last episode, I was getting over the pressure of abdomen stretching.
I remember that, yes.
And it's gotten better since the last episode as far as the stretching, and I'm still doing the core workouts to alleviate the pain from the first 3 tries of working out my core.
Right. Do you have a trainer at the gym?
I don't. I just have like purely self-motivation.
So you just love to torture yourself. You work on your...
You know, it's not a form of torture, but I keep saying to myself, I cannot let another summer go by without getting into a 2-piece. I can get into a bathing suit, but not that 2-piece.
So, hey, we all have goals, right? My goal for this, just the first couple of months, get rid of this Mansfield. That's been my goal every year. It's not going to go anywhere. So it's okay. If I can get rid of it, the thing is I'm trying. Kiwan, Cato, welcome back. I'm so happy that you're back with us.
Thank you.
Tell us a little more. Tell our viewers, just remember, the reason I ask each one of us to reintroduce ourselves every time, because we always bring a new perspective each time. And just in case someone doesn't recognize you from the first 3 episodes, you can feel free to tell them why. But also, we have new viewers every time.
Yeah.
So please, feel free. Tell us a little more about yourself.
I am right now focusing on writing a book that is partially finished, but just doing last edits.
Right.
So most of my time is consumed by kind of readdressing that. So we're hoping for an April, May release.
Fantastic.
And between there, I am trying to stay stress-free by continuing to practice yoga.
Are you going to have a book signing somewhere in one of the major bookstores?
Yeah, all of that stuff is kind of being in the works now, so we're planning those things. So as soon as I know, I'll let you know.
I already have your signature here. I can auction Kiwan Cato's signature. Now, I'm so glad you're back. What is your book going to be called? I remember you said it's a family.
A valued family.
A valued family, that's right. And you did, I'm not going to remind you about any dedications, but you did say that it's based on personal experience.
Yeah, the foundation of it comes from a personal experience.
Right.
Yeah.
I won't get you into trouble about dedications, no. We don't want to do that again. Well, welcome back to all three of our wonderful participants. Welcome back to our viewers at home. Yogaxpress airs Monday through Friday on Time Warner 57, RCN 84, and FiOS 35. We air at 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon, Eastern Time, that's New York time. Besides this yoga fitness program, we have an excellent support system for you. We also have a website, a content website, yogaxpress.com, yogaxpress.com, and a blog. So if you go into the website, you can also go to the blog, just to get an idea of the nature of the discussions we have here on air. And also it will give you the techniques and strategies that you learn while we workshop through these postures. Now, I have not been very good today. I've forgotten to bring the other means of support that we have. We have a little postcard. I will try and bring it in tomorrow. We also have a postcard with a very simple ailment-specific stretch sequence called 48 Plus. We have a fridge magnet as a reminder. The postcard and the fridge magnet are a reminder of the whole sequence for you. Sometimes you may enjoy a posture very much and you cannot remember how to get in and out of that posture. So this is just a reminder. And we have a little book called Yoga Secrets. So I will try my best to remember and bring it in when we come back for this taping tomorrow. Meantime, Josiane, I have to say thank you so much for giving me a fantastic idea. Josiane is actually going to talk us through a slightly different variation of the sun salutation. We did one variation previously. Sun salutation is one of the few sequences in yoga that is a complete workout. It targets every major muscle group, gland, and organ in the body, except the obliques. Now, we get very creative on this program, and today's episode, Josiane is going to add a little more. I added one extra posture. I added an oblique twist just to make the sun salutation complete as far as targeting muscle groups. Josiane has made it a little more exciting. She has experienced the Virabhadra, brave warrior posture, incorporated into the sun salutation. So Josiane, the floor is yours. We'll talk ourselves through. I'm not going to dump it. We'll do it together, absolutely. We're all going to do it with you. How's this? I'll get us started. When we come to that point, you talk me through that and we'll do it together. Come on. I just want people to know that they can be as creative as they want with yoga. Don't get too stuck inside a box. Yoga does not have to be only the traditional way. If it makes you happy to vary the stretches, feel free. Let's do that. Let's start off. Let's stagger ourselves. Josiane, why don't you come forward? I'm going to go back. So Talisa's forward and Kiwan, you might want to come back so we don't hit each other. Let's start. In the beginning, we're going to keep our heels together, toes are slightly apart, palms in front of your chest. This is Namaskarasana. Namaskarasana is a prayer posture. Close your eyes for just a few seconds. Inhale. Exhale deeply. If we haven't mentioned this in a while, yoga uses a lot of belly breathing. And we do a lot of exhales, mainly to detox. So what we're going to do after this posture, I'm not going to really mention the word inhale because inhale happens. When you start exhaling, the lungs exhaust themselves of air and automatically the air rushes in to fill in again. So we don't even have to mention the word inhale except for when we start. Every now and then I might though, like I'm going to right now. Now inhale the arms up. Tilt your pelvis forward. Take your biceps behind your ears. Keep your knees nice and close. And you can open your eyes now. Exhale, fold from the hip. This is Pada Hasta. When we took our arms up, it was called Hasta Uttana. Hasta Uttana is hands raised. As you can see, I'm wiggling my feet forward because I have to take my legs back. Arms raised. Hasta is hands. Uttana is raised. That was arms raised. Now it's Pada Hasta. Pada is feet. Hasta is hands. It's hands to feet. Place your palms on the floor. Josiane, at the point where we have your variation, I'm going to call on you. So be ready. And I'm going to sneak forward just a little bit. Place both the palms on the floor about 12 to 16 inches away from your feet, in front of your feet. Take the left leg back. And then take the right leg back and form a bit of a mountain. This posture is called, it's mountain posture. Parvatasana. Parvat is mountain. Some schools call this Adho Mukha Shvanasana. Adho is downward, Mukha is face, and Shvana is dog. So literally, downward facing dog. Well, I guess it does look like a downward facing dog. It all depends on how you look at it. The school that I studied yoga and I was trained to look at this as a mountain. So we're going to stay the simple way. I'll teach you my way and you can teach me yours next time. We're going to inhale, bring the left foot forward. Left foot comes between the hands. Place your right knee on the floor. Uncurl the toes in your right foot and let's come back just a little bit. Now this is where we were going to include another slight variation of yours, Josiane. You said some schools teach you to just bend back just a little bit, right?
Yes.
Talking about bending backward. Okay, so we can do that little bit of a back bend, but make sure that you make the connection. So place your hands on your left knee and keep dipping. Dip your hips. So come forward. The closer you get to the floor, it's a beautiful, beautiful pelvic dip. Hi, Donald. You want to join us? We have a spare mat. The closer you get...
I was thinking live.
No, it doesn't matter. Even if it's not live, you're now on air. We can hear your wonderful voice here. The closer you get to the floor, the deeper is your stretch in your quadriceps on the front of your upper right thigh. Do you feel that, Cato? I know Talise would feel that. You have a wonderful deep stretch. You feel it, right?
Totally feel it.
Cato, now you're going to feel it, right? You were going back a little bit. Good, I know Josiane does. So if you don't want to feel that stretch very much today, you're feeling a little bit tired, you can ease off just a little bit. But just remember, when you go nice and deep, there's less pressure on your knees, especially on the right knee. So when you go back, you're putting more weight on your right leg. Doesn't matter how, if you feel tired in a certain part of your body, certain time of the day, give your body that break. Now let's ease off just a little bit. Inhale the right arm up. Now we're going to do that little extra twist that I included in the last few episodes. Exhale, dip the right elbow over the left. And this is where Josiane is going to include her little variation. Now this one, Parsva Kona Namaskara. Before we turned around to the side, that was Ashwa Sanchala, equestrian. Parsva Kona Namaskara is prayer twist. Keep breathing. Whenever we remind you to hold, it means hold your posture, not your breath. Inhale. Let's come out of that. And Josiane, take it away, my dear. What do we do next?
We can get up.
Okay, curl your toes in. We get up. And then come directly into Warrior Two. So turn to the right, extend your arms out. Not a bad idea, actually. So actually, Warrior Two does make you feel very powerful. So why not? Let's get a little creative. Come down in Warrior Two. Remember, your left heel aligns with the sole of your right foot. So you want to put the brakes on in your right foot. When we say put your brakes on, it means bring your right foot, bring your toes in. Look to your left. Now, how do we get out of this?
We come back.
Okay, good. Let's come back. Back on our knees. This time, take your left foot back. Come in Danda Asana. Danda is plank. Now hold that for just a moment. I remember, Cato, when you were with us the last time, you were talking about the military push-up.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you think the yoga push-up is like a military push-up, right?
I do.
Okay. Now, the military push-up, why don't you explain, Cato? You think you can say a few words while we are in this position?
Well, it's just keeping your hands at your shoulder length, and when you go down, you would keep the back of your arms closer to your wrist.
Right, your elbows come closer. So that's what we're going to do. Just come forward just a little bit. Toes are curled in. Let's see if we can come down just a little bit. Okay, that needs a lot of arm strength. Very gently lower your knees to the floor. And we're going to combine two postures together. The next two will be a combination. So we will not speak while we are in that posture. It will involve exhaling as we go down, and we will glide out and inhale into Cobra. When we exhale, we're going to get down into a posture called Ashtanga Namaskara. Ashta is 8, Anga is limbs, Namaskara is prayer. So it's 8-limbed salutation. While we are in that position, I'll try and point out which are the 8 limbs that make contact with the floor. Now, your knees are on the floor, toes are curled in. Exhale, dip your torso, come down, dip your torso, and then inhale and glide up. Uncurl your toes and hold this position for just a moment. Make sure your palms are directly below your shoulders. We're not resting yet, Josiane. Forehead up. Before we glide it out, is that the past tense for glide? Glided, okay. Before, it's not glid, right? Before we glided out into Cobra, we were in a position called Ashtanga Namaskara. If you notice, we had 8 points of the body touching the floor, which was, and I'm going to go back into just to show you, was the chin, chest, the 2 hands, the knees, the 2 knees, and the 2 feet. So I'm now back in Cobra. In Cobra position or Bhujanga Asana, you want to make sure you engage your low back muscles. The stronger your lower back, the higher you will be able to move up. Now, the way to test whether you are using your low back is to lift your palms off of the floor. Very nice. You remembered. Great. Very gently place your palms back on the floor. Curl your toes in. Lift your knees and your buttocks off of the floor. And let's come up into mountain. Mountain is also a great time to relax. You'd be surprised when I first started practicing and someone told me this Adho Mukha Svanasana or mountain posture is a rest posture. I said, oh yes, right. I found it really tough. But as we keep practicing, we find that this is one of the more forgiving postures. It's a wonderful time to exhale as long as you remember that your exhales, especially when you're in down position, need to be belly exhale with the belly. Now, very gently, inhale, bring the right foot forward and then the left foot between the hands. Very gently, we're back to Padahasta. Inhale, bring your palms close together. Let's come up with a nice straight back. Hasta Uttana. Exhale, bring your arms down the side or down the front. As Talisa is doing, bring your palms in front of your chest. Namaskara Asana. Viewers at home, we have not forgotten the other side. If you're watching us, you might remember that the sun salutation has a repeat. It's either 7 plus 5 repeats, 8 plus 4 repeats, or 9 plus 3. Today, thanks to Josiane, we did 9 plus 3. With my twist, we used to do 8 plus 4. Traditionally, it's 7 plus 5. Some schools just do 4 plus, I don't know, it's 6 plus 6, I guess 6 plus repeats. A basic simple sun salutation would be just 6 and then repeat the whole 6 all over again. It doesn't matter which way you do. You want to make sure you work every part of your body. And if it means you have to skip the obliques in one particular series, that's okay. You can do it next time. You can include that. So now we haven't forgotten the other side. We need to do the twist on the right side and Josiane's Brave Warrior with this arm extended to the right, with the right arm coming forward. Let's do that one more time. Another thing you may have noticed, when Talise brought her arms down, she brought her palms in front of her chest. And Talise, I remember why you did that. Some schools don't have enough space. Some homes do not have space, right?
It's because you want to be respectable to others around you. So you bring it down the middle to not poke someone in the eye by accident.
Right. Fortunately for you, I'm not tall enough, so you won't hit me in the eye. Your arm will probably go right over me, but...
All over the place.
No, but that's very thoughtful. That's very mindful. You want to be respectful of people around you. Yes, we all get territorial. I get territorial about my mat, but just because someone steps on my mat, I'm not going to beat them up. So if we do hit someone, it's okay. Learn to forgive yourself, otherwise no one else is going to forgive you. So let's go on to the other side. Heels are together. We're going to stagger ourselves. Cato, you want to come back just a little bit? Not too much, because we've got to take our legs back. We can cheat a little later. We'll bring our legs forward. Heels are together, toes are slightly apart, palms in front of your chest. This time, as we get into the postures, we're first going to take the right leg back. You want to balance every posture with a counter posture. Inhale, the arms up from Namaskar. We're going to Hasta Uttana. Exhale, fold from the hip with a nice straight back. Place your palms about 6 to 8 inches in front of you. Take your right leg back. And then take your left leg back. And let's first come down in this. I'm not sure if I missed a step, but we will make sure we cover everything. Yeah. Very gently, we're going to inhale and bring the right leg forward this time. Did we miss the plank yet, or is that after? What did we do the last time? Okay, we did it later. Okay, we're still on track. Inhale. Excuse me. Inhale, bring the right foot forward. Now, curl the toes in your left foot. Very gently place your left knee on the floor and then uncurl your toes on the left foot. Let's ease off just a little bit. This is Ashwa Sanchala, if you remember. You do not have to remember the names of the postures. We're just mentioning it to you so you get familiar with them. Ashwa Sanchala. Ashwa is a horse, and Ashwa Sanchala is like a horse. So you're going to just keep dipping. Dip your hip closer and closer to the floor till you can feel that delicious stretch in your quadriceps in the upper left thigh. That's just to get a feel, to get a sense of how it feels to stretch your muscle. Every time we stretch our muscles, there is a release of these feel-good juices called endorphins, and that's how you get a high in yoga. You never knew, we didn't know for a long time that you could get a high, you could get addicted to yoga, but in the studio, I think all 4 of us are yoga addicts, so we know it by now. Let's ease off just a little bit. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, dip the left elbow over the right knee. Place the right palm over the left palm. Raise your right elbow. Parsvakona Namaskara. Prayer, twist. Namaskara is prayer. Parsvakona is twist. Inhale. Let's come out of that. And Josiane, take it away. This part is for you. Okay, what do we do?
It's important to put your foot.
Curl your toes. Okay, curl your toes and then place your left foot flat. So take your knee off of the floor. Let's come up into Virabhadra, brave warrior. Very nice. Very smoothly done. Thank you, Josiane. That's a nice new addition to our sun salutation. Where did you see this?
On television.
Okay, now people can say Yogaxpress brought it to you through Josiane. It's okay. It doesn't matter where we saw it. We want to share it with you. So make sure your left knee is bent as deep as you can go. The deeper you go, the deeper your stretch. Inhale, ease off, unbend your right knee. And did I say left knee? I meant right knee. Sorry.
You can go back into a plank after that?
Yes, we're going to go right back. Now, very gently, oh, you mean go right there? Okay, place your hands beside your right foot, curl your toes in, turn your left foot back to face forward, take your right foot behind. Let's come into plank position, Cato's favorite position. Make sure your fingers are nicely splayed, stay strong, bring your elbows close. You want to challenge yourself. You can try and bend a little bit, just like Talisa is doing. Wow, you're strong. Now, let's come up. Engage your low back muscles. Place your knees on the floor. Now we're going to go into that double transition. We're going to go into Ashtanga Namaskara and glide out into Bhujang, Cobra. Now we're going to exhale, dip our torso to the floor, inhale and come up in Cobra. Exhale and dip. Inhale, come up. Uncurl your toes. Place your knees, the top of your thighs, everything is flat on the floor. press your palms on the floor for just a minute. Inhale and see how far you can go up. With your palms on the floor, let's see how far we can go up. Make sure your elbows are still bent, nice and close to your body. Now, test your back strength. Take your palms off of the floor. How are we doing for time, Arena? We're okay? Place your palms back on the floor. Curl your toes in. Push with your palms and your toes, and let's come up in mountain position. Keep exhaling this wonderful, wonderful rest posture. Now, inhale, bring the left foot forward and then the right foot. So come back into Padahasta. Palms together. Inhale, let's come up with a nice straight back, Hasta Uttana. Exhale, and I'm going to come down like Talisa. Bring your palms in front of your chest. Exhale and relax. We have 2 minutes, great. We have a couple of minutes left, so we'd like to explain a few things. Let's sit down for a moment. We'd like to explain a couple of things. The way to time yourself, I mean, there are many different ways. You could count sheep, you could say 1, 2, 3, you can say A, B, C, D. I use something that's a little less repetitive. I don't know, first let me check. What do you guys do when you want to time yourself? You want to stay in a posture for, say, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Do you use any particular method?
I do the old school Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
You count?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, 1 Mississippi, 2
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Talisa?
I also count, but I don't do the 1 Mississippi. I just count one breath at a time for that.
One breath,
I usually
okay.
hold it up for 5 breaths.
Actually, that's not a bad idea either. The 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi is not too bad in that it has the tempo of a chant, because we chant to clear the mind of negative debris, so it doesn't make your mind go in the direction of any pain. So that's good in that way. Everything has its benefits, so we need to see the best in everything. But you're talking about counting the breath is actually very useful, because when you synchronize your movement with the breath, you're in full control of your motion, and that's another way to keep the mind together. Do you use any other?
The breathing, only the breathing.
The breathing.
Yes.
So breathing is very helpful. What I do sometimes is when I want to hold a posture and I find it's getting a little complicated for me, to time myself for 10 seconds, I just, in my mind, I say the Gayatri mantra, Om Bhur-Bhuvahu Swaha. It takes me 10 seconds to finish that. And then to help me remember what's the next posture, I think of one person for each posture. So I start off with my mother. The first one is for my mother, second one dedicated to my father, and then my son, my husband. You may have a few problems with that, because my husband comes fourth after my son, and he wants to know, how come I come after our son? I came there first. Okay. So, you just don't tell anyone about it. You use your own methods. Folks at home, you can be very creative as you want in yoga, as long as you learn to enjoy what you're doing, love your body, love yourself, and have fun. Thank you for staying with us. Thank you very much, Irina Colgan, a wonderful camera person, and Kenny Ryan, our director, and Rich Spezial for the wonderful lighting here, and our wonderful team, Kiwan, Cato, Talisa, Michela, and Josiane heard from all of us here. I'm Banu Suresh. And this is Yogaxpress. Thank you for staying with us. We'll see you again tomorrow, same time, same place. Kenny, we are ready to be timed out, and if you don't, we're just going to have fun.
Do you have,
All that's going to get
do you
ahead.
want, I have my book with me. Do you need it?
Would be nice.
Okay.
I wanted to do
I
some.
wait until he's finished before I get off the mat.
Yeah, no, he's off.
Oh, he's off?
Yeah.
Okay.